There's always people that are like really good at hacking this stuff, right?
Yes.
Like normal people just sort of use the cards or whatever, and some people find all kinds of loopholes and exploit the rewards. What are people doing now?
So this time it looks like they've basically figured out a way where if they've signed up for multiple American Airlines accounts, it triggers an offer from Citigroup, which is the airline's banking partner on the credit card side. And oftentimes those offers will come with, tens of thousands of mileage bonus when you sign up. And so they're looking to kind of cash in a bunch of those offers all at once, go on a nice trip, and then be on their merry way. And it seems like the bank and the airline in this case have kind of gotten wise to that.
They've gotten wise to that. They've been trying to crack down on this for a while because, as Joe mentioned, there are certain people who are really good at gaming the system, and it's these guys that they're going after. Are the banks getting any better at it?
It's a good question. Yeah, I mean, banks love to complain about these churners. So those are the folks that kind of go sign up for card after card after card, and they collect all these amazing bonuses, and it pays for their trips to Hawaii.
They can upgrade their flight.
Exactly.
Get a free breakfast.
Exactly, but they're hard to figure out, because you don't want to shut away good customers.
Right.
You just want to kind of pick and choose how to get rid of these bad customers. So Amex has been probably the most vocal about this. They've said, we've had to introduce new analytics, not just into our underwriting, but also into the actual marketing that we're doing, so we can avoid, collecting some of these bad customers, but it's tough, and I think these guys are always ahead of the curve. They're very good at reading the terms and conditions. They kind of know how they can stay inside the rules and what maybe is bending those rules. And it's interesting because we've talked to a bunch of them this week who have been affected, and a lot of them said, I know I'm not innocent. And really their problem this week, I think, is the way it's being handled. But they're very aware that maybe not everything they do is totally inside the lines.
Wait, I know I'm not that innocent, meaning they were following the rules legally, but not necessarily the spirit of what was being offered.
Exactly. I think, these guys often, they find loopholes, and so maybe it's not explicitly written in the rules. You can't, sign up for these multiple accounts and take advantage of multiple of these sign-on bonuses, but obviously they're intended to kind of get new customers into the program and start being loyal to American.
No offense to these people who, I'm sure are some of your sources and provide you with good information, but whenever I hear about this, it's like, maybe they should be doing something like curing cancer or something really important rather than getting really good at reading the fine print of credit card offerings. On the other hand, it seems like fair game to me. If it's there, it's there, right?
I think, yeah, it's kind of...
It's kind of fun, too.
It's a fun thing, and I think, it's a way to kind of take advantage of the, millions and billions of dollars that banks spend on these mileage and points programs. And honestly, on the flip side, banks actually hope that you're not that savvy because they make a lot of money when you don't know how to game the system and you maybe, carry a balance and pay all this interest. So I kind of like the dynamic there. I think it kind of keeps the banks honest in a lot of ways.
Okay, so American and Citi are really cracking down on this. What about the other banks, the other card issuers and the other airlines? Are you hearing from them?
So this is kind of an unusual case. American definitely went a little farther than we usually see from the airlines. Banks are very vocal. So the Amex's, Chases of the world have long said, we try to curb as much of this activity as possible. So what's really unusual in this case, and kind of why I think it's getting the attention it's gotten, is that American is the one that's going in, closing down the accounts, retracting people's miles, canceling people's trips. It's at the holiday season, so you've also kind of got that, everybody's trying to get home to the family. So I think that's really what's unusual about this, but I definitely think there's been an industry-wide push to get rid of this gaming activity. But at the same time, the gamers seem to be growing every year. You've got sites like The Points Guy and all sorts of other blogs that have just grown in popularity over the years.